Howdy folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Spider-Man Classics Sandman action figure by ToyBiz. I'm not sure if this is the original release or the re-release that came out 2 years later, but the original release of the Sandman figure came out in 2004 and the re-release came out in 2006. I picked up this figure as part of a lot at a local convention, and if I were to separate out all the items from the lot, I guess this set would have cost me about $2. It's a pretty neat figure, and I'm very happy to have picked up this figure set complete, or at least I think is complete, with all of the attachments and neat stuff. Taking a look here at the Sandman figure, and I have here two of the sand attachments onto the figure, and these are my favorite pieces here on there. The one of an elongated arm there, and one with an arm formed into a spiked ball or mace type weapon there. And you can see this figure is actually pretty cool in the detailing and in the sculpt, and as well as the paint. And we'll go over that right now. It's just taking a look at the figure here. And I'll start out with the head sculpt there. It's got a nice mean look to the Sandman there, and the paint on there, it's kind of interesting because it's the plastic, I should say, is the shiny type plastic and of a skin tone, and it's got some bit of a wash to show some of the detailing on there, so it's kind of interesting compared to this neck here where it's got some paint on there, so it's a duller color as opposed to the face. So it doesn't quite match, but still the sculpt is pretty neat. It's a very mean look there. It looks like a very dangerous fella there. And then of course you have that the hair sculpt here that's typical with the Sandman character. It's actually pretty nice. And you got the body mold here. It's a very buff figure, and it's kind of neat. I don't know if the details pick it up, but it's very porous, like lots of little holes and pits in the body here to simulate a sand-like texture. It's very cool on there. Hopefully the video is picking it up. I can't really tell on the video screen there, but it's pretty neat. And I did not notice this until after I had paid for it, but taking a look here, you see the belt buckle is on the back instead of on the front. And when I got home, I discovered that this particular torso was placed on backwards on there, so it doesn't prevent too much of the articulation on there. It's still pretty good articulation, but I'm thinking this is probably one of the reasons why it was in the bargain bin at the convention. So, this figure and all of the accessories were all in a Ziploc bag, and I just went ahead and picked it up, and did not notice that the torso was attached on backwards. And it's not really a big deal. I can always paint a buckle over here and just paint that black, so it's not a huge loss on there, but I found that just pretty funny on there. And for a Sandman character, I guess the buckle on the back wouldn't be too much of a problem anyways, but still, going over some more of the details, you can see some of the pants on here, the paint, the black or brown pants, and you can see the porous-like material much more on the pants than on the shirts there. It's actually pretty nice. And you can even see some of the folds of the, I guess, not cloth, but I guess rendered cloth, since this is all sand there. And you can see that the feet here, or the shoes, are not painted typical shoe colors, but I guess dirt colors, or really sand-like colors, I guess. And they're very, very cool. Very nice. You can see some of the paint detail on his shirt, the typical stripes of the character, and they're very, very nice. Now, the attachments on here are actually very well placed, and they're very secure once they're pegged in, and that's how you attach them, is via peg. And you can just twist and pull. You can see the peg on the forearm here. And let me just go ahead and put the basic hands here. Let me take this guy out here. See, it's a very nice tight fit, which is very cool. It's not loose or anything, won't fall off, and you can see him with his hands here. Big old mitts for hands. That's very nice. And then you can see some of the detail in the hands. You can see some of the veins on the hands there. It's very cool. And then the other attachment here is an axe, which is nice, and a jagged clamp type hand that's spring activated. There's a spring in there, so you can open and let go and then close shut. I guess for grasping objects and stuff. It's actually pretty neat. And the original attachments I had on his on the figure here are of course the spiked ball and the elongated arm here, and the fingers on this arm are actually articulated, not spring-loaded like the clamped there, but just a regular articulation on the fingers there. Going over the articulation of the figure, the head is on a ball hinge joint. Allows you to move the head up and down very well as all the way around. The arms are on a ball hinge joint that allows the arm to go all the way around on a ratcheted type joint. Allows the arm to go out and in. There's a swivel at the bicep. Double hinges at the elbows, so it's a nice range of motion there. And due to the attachment, you have a swivel at the forearm. And this hand here is got some curled fingers here that can form into a fist if closed, and you got a thumb articulation, which is kind of neat. So, but when it's open, it's got this not awkward pose, but I guess tiger-style kung fu finger positioning there. And the other hand is just a regular curved fingers, which can go in and out on this hand. And the thumb here rotates as well. The torso is on a ratcheted joint that allows the figure to go down, up, and back on there. So even though it was attached on backwards, it doesn't limit the articulation there. The waist goes all the way around. Interesting that the belt is on the upper torso instead of the lower torso there. That's typical of most figures. The legs are attached at the hip on a ball hinge swivel joint. Allows the leg to go up, down, slightly to the back, out to the side, and goes all the way around at the top of the thigh. Double joints at the knees. And the feet are on a hinge joint, I believe, that can go up and down a little bit. Does have a nice ankle pivot, and there is toe articulation in both directions, so that's kind of nice. Overall, it's a really great figure, and very happy to have all of the accessories included in this opened loose lot that I was able to find this figure with. And a great price. Altogether, with the entire lot, it was just $5. And with the, I would just say this is a great deal, even at the $5 that I paid for the entire lot, and probably $2 just for the figure and accessories. And if you can find one, I'd recommend picking one up. But this is my casual peek into the Spider-Man Classics Sandman action figure. thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.